What's up? It's Scott once again. I've got a shorter vlog, whatever you want to call it, tonight than usual. Just got a few things to talk about today. Again, we had orientation. Not orientation today. In fact, we had a tea time today with no tea. It was pretty disappointing. We all went to the room where we normally have tea, and there was nothing laid out for us. I was not a happy camper. A lot of us fell asleep following that time because we didn't have our normal tea that we were so accustomed to. I got several candy bars today from a vending machine, and I like that because I can write it off as a cultural experience as long as I'm having a candy bar that you can't find in the United States. So it's a pretty good deal. Also found out today that there is no ranch dressing in Great Britain. They just don't have ranch dressing, and I think a lot of students were looking for ranch dressing at various points in time in the house or at Wycliffe Hall where we do our studies and we have tea and breaks and lunch and stuff. I can't find it, so I'm thinking I'm going to start like I think we need a Ranchilution here, maybe a Ranchilutionary War, because they definitely need ranch dressing. It's very important. Also found out that there were no women actually integrated into Oxford until 1979. Before then, there were, I think, 3 colleges that were just women that were in Oxford, a part of the Oxford program, but they weren't actually integrated into all the colleges until 1979. So that's kind of crazy. Very slow to integrate all the women into this environment. And it kind of reminds me of the Yorkie Bar. Did I tell you about the Yorkie Bar? The Yorkie Bar is just a plain chocolate bar, but then on the side it says, "Not for women." Now, I don't know how they got away with having this as their ad campaign, but there were some guys here that were talking about how they wanted to make a movie that involved free running, you know, like stunts and jumping around buildings and that kind of thing. There's another guy who said he wanted to make a zombie movie, and I wanted to make a Yorkie Bar commercial, so we combined it all. We have this awesome idea. We just need a video camera and some time, but it was going to be this guy, and he's running from all these zombies, right? And he's got his sneakers on, he's like jumping around and stuff, and then he gets cornered, and there's just like this alley, and it stops, and there's fences or buildings or whatever, and you know, what is he gonna do? And the zombies are closing in on him, and then the camera switches to an angle right above where he's at, so like you know that he's right down there, and then he just like suddenly jumps up there, and you're like, whoa, how did he do that? And he's like running around, you know, and he's escaped that alley by just jumping this incredible height, you know, and he's running around, and he finally stops, and he's breathing, and he pulls out this Yorkie Bar, and it already has a bite out of it, and you're like, oh, that's how he did it. You know, he had his Yorkie Bar, and he takes another bite, and then the screen just goes black, and it shows the logo, and it's like, Yorkie Bars, not for girls. That's it. I don't know what you think of that. You can edit it, you can critique it all you want, but I think that would be an awesome commercial. Tonight's shout out goes to my friend Ani. Ani, I'm glad I got a chance to see you right before I left for Oxford, because it'll probably now be another year or two. That's how it goes.